What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
It's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. We are back with the first iteration of a 2 in front of the episode title, that being episode 20 today of season 1.
Last episode, genius playing. It went the complete opposite of what I thought. I thought it was going to be a whole bunch of Harry Potter catching the snitch type of situation with a lot of movement, zigzagging throughout the forest. And it was literally to be... And then things start ramping up towards the end of the episode. We got people clashing towards each other. We have UBEL and what's the guy's name? The one who's
WIRBEL?
Been fighting demons. WIRBEL. And we seen your boy with his group.
Denken!
The girl from his group end up pulling up on Frieren in their group, and Fern versus the quote unquote strongest mage. There, according to Fern. So I'm excited. I don't have nothing else to say on my end. What you got to say?
No, that was a great recap. All I'm going to say is it is a battle royale type of environment that we find ourselves in because time is ticking. This is the last day of the first part of the magical exam arc. And if you don't have a stele at the end of this exam arc, you have to wait 3 years. So, got some stakes.
You get your hands chopped off. Crazy,
right?
Oh
no! No!
Alright, with that being said, let's get into Frieren episode 20. Let's get into it right about now. Chop the hands off.
No!
I never want to live in the medieval times. I stole a loaf of bread from my family. They said, yeah, boy,
I'm trying to eat.
We might have been reincarnations, and we probably were people from back then that got
stop it. So stop.
I can joke about myself. Maybe I did get my hands chopped off from stealing a loaf of bread.
I'm a one-handed peasant. She is going for the neck. It's so fast you can't see it coming at you.
She's slashing shit.
She don't care about your story.
I think I'll be scared to go against Fern. I don't know.
It's like the cold assassin type of deal.
She just stands, like she just be still as hell, just doing shit. I'll be nervous. Look at that.
Those are the eyes of a killer, fam.
Oh shit!
You got Sakugan.
Yep.
Soruganil.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's the same binding spell for Frieren.
She's kind of scary. Her expression is interesting.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't changed.
Uh oh. No.
And she was the first person that we got dialogue from.
No, don't look up. Don't look up. Oh!
Ooh, shit.
Oh, across the nose.
What, some Vikings? No offense to Vikings.
I guess,
If any Vikings out there, I don't want no beef with you guys.
I love this violin, man. Oh, no.
Damn. Huh.
That could be another theme of the series.
Yep, I was about to say that gets into something else we've been kind of talking about. Actually, I like that better. So you kind of have like the freedom to specialize in something based off of how you are.
It's not just like elemental.
Yeah, I like that it's not like, you know, like it has to be, this is simply just your best thing. Like it could change.
Everyone he had to. He doesn't have to kill her.
She gave you a nice scar too. I'm not gonna lie, some of y'all flirting with each other. This whole exchange.
You guys are the real power couple. Now my teammate. I'm scared. Oh, I forgot about that second part.
Oh boy, going against Needle Boy.
Yikes. Venusaur, use pin missile.
Needle.
Ow! That's blood.
Why are you not like
phased?
Bro, I'll be, man.
You see this cut in my chest? I've got 2 chests now.
I'll be reacting like I got my funny bone here. Like, ow, God damn.
It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion.
I had a feeling. I was gonna say at first the way his expressions were, it was gonna be like a puppet type thing, but
yeah,
even better.
Good night.
Ooh.
Oh, he's been from the get.
Damn. Okay. What Eddie? That offense crazy though. Fern literally is Luka Doncic. She dropped 73.
I was gonna say mid range game is crazy. Oh my God, Fern!
Damn, Fern is literally somebody on the fast break, just coast to coast. No one's stopping me.
She's like Wemby, man, rookie, and like she's getting it. Gotta carry two teammates now. I love Sean's VA so much. Oh, I love that line. Holy scary. There you go. Skeet. Oh my God, it was Skeet.
Isn't that literally when Himmel died? 29 years ago.
All right, Mikasa. They got John's VA.
Oh, wow.
Looks like Aaron.
Wow.
Come on. This casting is on fire.
That is crazy. Bruh, look at that. No,
that is
not
Mikasa.
Like that? Bruh.
You can see it.
Ooh.
You can see
That's
it.
so perfect. That is so perfect.
Oh yeah, she's got the Shumpo step. Oh no.
Commander Irwin.
I like that line. Good questions. I've got the biggest smile on my face right now.
Because they incapacitate, you gotta say kill. You don't gotta do that, sir. This is something that's going through Denken's ears, huh? That sounds like a name. Oh, is it her?
Yes.
Bruh, I think I predicted this. I said it at one point. I said two things. Either she's gonna infiltrate or she is the one that's like...
She is leading humanity's magical arts.
And I didn't think that far. I was just thinking she was gonna like run this specific...
A living grimoire. I mean...
Wow.
Yeah.
So, she just gave y'all them things.
Well, and then also, what has she also given to the first class mages before these guys?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, my boy!
I'll crush her, okay. Ooh. Oh,
look at the setting.
I love exactly.
Look at
I love battles where the stage gets set. Oh, I love that. This whole sees fire for this.
Can you handle her for 1 minute? I don't know, man. End of the episode.
That's cool, though. I like that. I like that a lot. Because you got him wanting to do whatever he wants to do. Frieren kind of said her piece about it, even though I don't think it was specifically towards him. But she's like, yeah, that title is just yeah, whatever. Like,
yeah.
But now
then we find out the pot gets sweeter because Serie, she will grant one wish to each member that passes the first class mage exam.
Do we know how many people can pass?
The guy said about a third of them. I want to say there was like 80 something, so probably like 27. We'll move on to the next part.
Huh. And she'll grant all of them a wish?
Well, only the ones that pass the full exam. Remember, I told you there's 2 parts to this.
Right. I'm just trying to think. Okay. I think there's gonna be between Frieren and Fern. Well, I think Fern obviously gonna be the one that's going all the way. I could just see that. So, I wonder what wish if she gets like, yeah.
That'd be a good question. Like, what wish does or spell does Fern want?
I wonder if it has something to do with Frieren, or I don't know. What would Fern want?
I feel like she wants to get to know Frieren a little better, so maybe like a mind reading spell potentially, but only to use in certain circumstances. Because it's not like you can just bridge that gap if you know what someone's thinking. Like, you don't know how they got to those thoughts. So,
right.
Maybe something for Stark to like protect her party members.
That would be sweet. I like that a lot. That's real cool. If that was to be one of them. What would Frieren want, hypothetically, if she were to win?
It'd be some stupid shit.
They probably would.
What's the weirdest spell you got, Serie? I'll take it.
Well, how do you turn frogs into
tadpoles?
Balloons? That's what
they're just gonna grow up and be frogs again. Circle of tadpoles.
That is pretty interesting. I wonder. Okay, I like that. Serie, we know her and well, based off of how, just from the OP and stuff.
Sure.
They have some. They know each other. I mean, she's an elf. But that's so interesting because they said like she's like the goddess. Like, she basically is the goddess on Earth, practically right now at this point, or at least some kind of, or some Canute type of, that kind of thing. And it's interesting because then you have Frieren. I mean, she's heard. I mean, throughout the series, we've heard about the whole goddess stuff and people worshiping whoever. Frieren, she's had her master, which was Flam, and then all these people who passed away over time, and she always heard about people praying and worshiping a goddess of some sort. So it's interesting to see. I wonder if she probably, because I think obviously they probably maybe grew up together or at least knew each other at some point, or friends or something like that. So I wonder if she also shared the same ideal or thing as Serie, maybe, and then she just full on went for that and became, quote unquote, what they like, a goddess or some sort. Or maybe she always was like, nah, I wouldn't want to do that. Nah, why would I? Because she did say in this episode, like, titles really don't matter. Pretty much. Her. Yeah, exactly, to her. So I feel if that sounds like she's always felt that way. So maybe that was a thing where it's like, okay, this girl, she wanted to go for higher heights, become this goddess, and, have this, grandiose title. Well, I just want to live normally, man. Do what I got to do. So,
yeah, it's interesting the 2 different paths that they could have taken once they interacted back in the past, because Frieren, she lived a very, I don't want to say wasted lifestyle. Probably I would describe it as like lackadaisical until she met Himmel and the party. Whereas Serie, man, like, she has created the current political structure that reigns supreme over this country. That is quite the achievement. In 50 years, for you to have that type of success, and obviously she's got the knowledge to back it up, and that's why she's, kind of exalted as the living embodiment of the goddess of creation. But like, what's her wealth of knowledge? I know Frieren, she's been randomly just going around town, just trying to find the spells that turn sweet grapes to sour grapes. Like, what does Serie know? If she can grant these random wishes to first-class mages, like, you gotta have some just immaculate spells in your grimoire of knowledge. And I don't know, like, what's the craziest spell you can think of? Like, Serie has it.
Yeah, and I love that. It's kind of like, it's almost like a commentary on real life stuff. Like, everybody, I think, knows, have experienced this before, or maybe are the people in the situation of, like, you know somebody, they grow up to do crazy good things, very successful. And then you think to yourself, like, damn, what the hell am I doing? Or you might be the person that's crazy successful, and then, you know, somebody else probably felt the same way about you or something like that. And that's, I feel that point. Yeah, and Frieren is the type of person that, I don't really care. That's how I kind of feel. That's how I am in reality. Like, yeah, I see people doing way better than me, successful, whatever, but I don't care. We talked about this off camera the other day. Just living simply. That's all. Yeah. That's enough.
Enough for me.
So we rock with Frieren if that's pretty much her. I mean, we already know that's kind of her way of life. So that's pretty cool. And one thing I wanted to say too was, this is just like a prediction I'm just throwing out there. But what if Craft was like a assigned guard for Serie or something like that? Because I obviously think we're gonna circle back to him at some point.
Ooh.
And then knowing that Stark is like, you know, they had their little funny encounter and stuff, and then the training thing, and then you know, Stark to Frieren, and then Craft to Serie or something like that. Because I'd assume that she probably has ran into him before. I mean, they're both elves. He's obviously older than both of them, and she's the top of the top, you know, so she probably has spoken with him again, or he probably visited her or something like that in the past. So I'll be excited to see that encounter too.
And that's just 3 elves, and like, we're already theorizing like what's the interconnectedness between them. Like, just imagine if more elves were present, even if we have like another 2 or 3 more elves, like the amount of connections that we can have between all of these characters, like, it just goes up exponentially. And then we could write the backstory of like elves being alive for thousands of years. Like, you might only have an interaction with someone once every 200 years, once every 400 years. You might only meet another elf, like a specific elf, one other time. Like, he doesn't know he'll ever see Frieren again. He says, yeah, it's probably likely, but he doesn't know that for sure, because that was the first time he ever met her in the mountains.
Exactly, so that's crazy to think about. Yeah. That is pretty crazy. Because at first I was thinking like, oh yeah, he probably will see her again, even if it's like hella years later, but then you just made the point like, well, that was the first time. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's 1,000 some years of time. So
yeah.
So yeah. But another thing too, because you know, I kept calling out that you know, Serie, she looked like she was bad news. You know, she just I mean, she still looks a little, but I don't know. Now my thoughts on her kind of is changing a little bit. Like,
why?
Because, well, first I thought she was just on some damn near.
I mean, obvious like dark shadowing, like she's just sitting there in the dark with her fist on her chin, like Full Metal Alchemist. Like, I get it, but why do you think that's a little bit switched up now?
It's a little it's like, and why I mean a little, I really mean just a little bit, because knowing that she's at this level and she's like granting wishes and shit, that seems kind of crazy. Like, you're playing God essentially, so that could be looked at as a little, I don't know if it'll be frowned upon. Maybe we gotta see some characters who will react to like, or don't like her for that, for basically acting like a goddess or whatever and granting wishes and all this stuff. Maybe she knows some kind of forbidden magic that allowed her to do that. But her whole aesthetic, like now seeing her with the yellow, the gold around her and stuff, like she looks like her intentions might have been good, but there might have been some flaws getting there. So that's why I say my thoughts on her changed a little bit, but I still feel slightly negative. Like, there's something about her is fishy. But yeah,
I mean, she's playing a political game, and even in this episode, it was mentioned that Denken may have had to assassinate political opponents in the past. Right. So, as it relates to living in this world, this being a political and magical world, obviously you're going to make some enemies no matter what you're doing.
Oh, okay. Last thing I'll say, I have a prediction.
Okay.
that based off of what happened with Frieren when she was younger, with the village got annihilated, maybe that happened on a full scale, and maybe the reason why she wants to become this political head at the top is because maybe at the time mages or whatever the politics were back then didn't protect the elves or help them. So she feels, you know what, I'm gonna do it upon myself. I'll be the one to ensure that things work well, ultimately, because back when I was younger, they didn't help us. Nobody was there to do it, but now I am here in this seat to do it. So
just one clarifying point I want to make on that, and then I'll let you finish, is that happened when Frieren met Flam. Flam was here over 1,000 years ago. So my only question would be, why did Serie wait so long? Because this political structure that she created for the magical examination society, that was only created 50 years ago. But
well, I'm thinking that since that was in that specific village, maybe it just was something that kept happening over time. I mean, because at the same time, we know that Frieren isn't just like some almighty, like she could just defeat she struggled. She said she lost to 11 people in the past. So I think Serie obviously still probably had her struggles throughout time, and she had to, it took a long time to get to where she was at. But I think ultimately it probably kept happening over time where elves were getting taken out. Because so far, I mean, I don't know if this is just a thing that I kind of just thought about earlier in the series, like maybe because I've seen it in other series, but elves usually always getting fucked up. That's just something that happens. So I was assuming that maybe this is something that happened over time, not necessarily it just was like a massacre or a genocide at that time, but I think it probably just kept happening to the point where finally she got to where she needed to be. Plus, I was thinking like, well, what would make somebody want to become a god? There's a few different ways. One, because people are they fool themselves, high ego, boom. The other way, because some shit happened like with Canute, Vinland Saga, stuff like that, and then you want to become that for your people or for people in general. So that'll be my last thought. I don't know. I just need to theorize a lot for this episode for finally seeing her. So my bad if I was talking too long.
I think you will be pleasantly surprised about who she is, what she says, how she acts, and how she interacts with our characters. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Okay. That could go two ways. Either she's like actually very nice, or something else going on. She's not who she seems to be. Maybe she's a demon that took over the body or something like that. Who knows? Which would be crazy because that's another whole plot of a demon.
It's a night walker. It's a night walker.
Yeah, that might be something else too. But yeah, so this is about 40 minutes of recording, but I just had to get all that out. But you got anything else to say too before we leave?
I do not. No, you took the spotlight for this one, and have at it because you're doing great.
So I had to. But you guys know the drill, man. Frieren comes out. We always drop it every week. We're almost done with the season. Well, actually, no. I forgot. 28 episodes. I was thinking 24 or 25 in my head or whatever. We got more. We got more for Frieren. So you guys know this is an anime of the year candidate in most people's opinions at this point. I mean, I've seen a lot of people say it themselves, so I'll say it as well in that rhyme. But anyway, I hope you guys all have a good one. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next video, and peace.
Peace.